Hello, welcome to McCracken OG's YouTube page. Again, we're playing Nowhere Profit. I played a little bit ahead of where we last left off, and we've got 134 batteries, we've got lots of food, we got lots of hope. So we're doing quite well. We just did a fighting pit, and we got really good equipment. So I'm excited about that. Taking a lot of damage with this precise strike, but you know what? That's just life. So we're going to go to the next area, and hopefully it'll be better than the area that we're in. A band of warriors led by one Raj, Glory Seeker, and lain in wait for us along the road. The leader, a high-ranking slave, proudly showing some of the military medals on his tattered robe, spoke up. The Raj demands slaves from his Glory Seekers, and unfortunately for you, we have fulfilled our quota yet. We haven't fulfilled our quota yet. So I'm going to use some essential oils. That should give us a leader card, which is nice, and some much needed hope. We always need hope. Hope is good. Our bear is injured, and I don't like that, so pulling him out. I don't know what this guy does, and so I'm hesitant to even use him. Yeah, we're on half our real life, so we've had better days. We'll see how we go here. Well, he's just a better version of the other guy, so I'm gonna put him here. So far, so good. Would have been nice if he was there, but it just is what it is. So I'm going to quick shot him. Easiest way to take him out. What happens here? When a friendly follower is reduced to 0 life points, return to your hand with cost reduced by 1 once per turn. Okay. I think that's all we're doing. We might change this. And just get another aim shot in. More damage the better, I think, but who knows at this point. We can taunt up and we'll be quite immune to damage after that, which would be nice. It's fine. Should be injured, but whatever. We can still taunt like this. Do that. And get in for damage. That's alright, we're going to put this one down. What are we going to do? I just don't want to get hit by that 7 drop. Cannot risk it. What? No! That's not good. Alright, well at least they cancel each other out. That's not good. That means he gets a free hit. That's all I can do. Eight plus 5 is 13. We're gonna do that. Yay, victory. And it only cost us a bunch of health. Dead bodies littered our area. Yay, we had reached the spaceport haphazard clusters of containers that paint long worn off and replaced with new markings surrounded the main hangars and the neighboring control towers. Loud cheerings and cries from the mining market bays filled the air. Here we could get anything: food, guns, and slaves. Let's enter. Game mode unlocked, daily challenge. How about that? That's pretty good. Give us a second. I'm just going to check on my Discord and stream. Yeah, I thought we'd be healing the leader a lot. Market first. Sell our shit. Don't need drums. Don't need this machine pistol, but we do need ammo. Neat. Two sturdy concrete towers stood apart from the central hangars overlooking the mess. There were two entrances, one for the local fighting pits, and the other for the far more exclusive area where the merchants had their dwellings. The latter was surrounded by barricades. The only access was a busy checkpoint where visitors were thoroughly searched and questioned. Enter the merchant area. We need a... Well, no, we need a merchant. We need a thing. Okay. Let's look around. What are we doing? We got altruism points. We got some believer points, scholar points, and a few believer points. Let's explore the area. Yeah, because that way we get scholar points. We spent some time strolling between the containers. There were a tremendous amount of cultures that came together here. Tribesmen, scavengers, slavers, and even some former miners from the Union. Shop for rare equipment? Sure. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. We took the package and paid the man. By the time we had unwrapped the wares, the seller had already vanished in the hustle of the market. It was good stuff, though. Let's go to the soft market, shop for food, look for work, or visit the slave area. We'll visit the slave area because we've got plenty of food and batteries. Sell followers will be purchasing followers. We strolled through the alleys and stores where small slaves were on display. Fierce-looking tribal warriors in chains were on one of the stages. They refused to stand up, giving grim looks to those passing by. We handed over the agreed sum and then brought our new goods away from the market. Then we explained to them that they would be set free. The freed slaves broke out in tears and thanked us, begging us to accept them in our community. Oh, I love altruism. Enemy. Oh, that's not bad. I like Forerunner. He's neat. He's just a 5/5. You gotta like 5/5. I have no idea how to get. We're gonna visit the casino and place a little bet. Rather randomly selected champion, a fierce-looking female with sharpened teeth, was torn apart by a gigantic elder male. Like many in the audience, we had placed our hopes on the wrong beast. That's alright. Shit stuff happened. Almost leveled up, so let's go fight some stuff. We can recruit some new followers too while we're here. Strain, what does strain do? Oh, that's a bit rough. Yeah, not great. Also not great. I love Blue Devils. It's alright. I like that. I like charge and poison though. I like that. We want as many followers as we can get, really, but for as cheap as we can get them. Sniper's good. Alright. The Dreaming Gate. The mountains, Union Labour Camp. The stronger will be challenging. Good preparation will be necessary to cross through here. Yeah, for both of them. Machinists. Let's go through the machinists. That sounds fun. We need more markets. We also want to go to that town, so we're going to go right, then chuck a hard left. And what do we got here? Dome City, automated refinery, abandoned refinery. Kind of want to go to Dome City though. That's doable. We're going to Dome City! As we set up campfire for the evening, a lone gunshot screamed across the sky. Heathens! Robed figures appeared upon the higher ground, their guns raised to the sky. We are the children of the Dreaming God, and we are here to free you. Join us or be destroyed. Surrender and lay down your arms, so you may taste our holy sacrament. Reach for our weapons and open fire. Which is a really good idea. These people are crazy. They're just horrible. Let's just eat. Have a little look at our convoy. Look at all this. A nice little ramp up, I find, but yeah. It's fine. I like going first. Uh-huh. Sure. Unfortunately, you have to trade a few times to get what you want. Pretty simple stuff until that happened. That's horrible. I don't know what just happened there, but we're not dealing with that. Good. We even got the bonus little blessing there, which is nice. Dead bodies of enemies littered the area. The sun reached the horizon. A small fire up ahead drew our attention. A band of pilgrims had set up camp and invited us to join them. Join them. The pilgrims welcomed us to share some of their dried bread and tea with our convoy. Recruit them. After hearing the story of the fallen star and the prophecy, the pilgrims swiftly became interested in our journey, understanding the spiritual value of our path. They decided to join our caravan. I like the marksman. Lots of health. The path ahead was blocked by a barricade. A band of feral warriors sporting primitive weapons and bright decorative scars were crouching behind it. We also spotted some of them lurking on either side of the road. An audibly nervous voice shouted from the barricade, demanding a tribute for passing attack. Audibly nervous. Headshot. We're definitely getting headshot. That's a great thing to have. And I love that I can have more equipment. So, what we've got equipped is regain energy by destroying units. Taunt gets bigger and regain energy when scrapping cards. You get 2 uses of that, which is still quite nice. Who's injured? No taunt, and we got this. Easy money. Right, we're going probably the shortest way there, I guess. So we want to hit this camp spot. A lone cultist slowly approached the convoy with open arms. I am here to speak to you of the dreaming god, of true salvation and the dreams of machines. She closed her eyes, saying, I hear it. I hear the dreaming god, and fell on her knees. The cultist shook her head in sudden silence. You unbelievers cannot be saved. A gang of cultists begin to surround the convoy, their weapons drawn. A true shame, operator. Yeah. The nicest of people, these guys. Every time I come into contact with the dreaming cultists or whatever, they are really making life hard for everyone. Yeah. It's always good when you bless a wounded enemy. Dead bodies of our enemies littered the area. These dreaming guys better piss off. Yeah, we looked at one of these things and they're usually bad. Hand out food. We got heaps of food. We get altruism points. Little share. We have heaps to share. I wouldn't stop praising our generous hospitality and even gave us a bag of batteries before disappearing into the night. That was a lot of batteries for 10 food. Like, yeah. As the convoy started to pack up and get ready to leave, two followers, Lagan and Parashu, came bearing important news. They held each other's hands tightly, and after a moment, Lagan began to speak. Our prophet, I am pregnant. We both want to continue the pilgrimage and follow you, but we know there are dangers ahead, and we aren't sure if we should. Stay with us and we'll protect you. Take this and find a safer life for you both. Find a safer life for you both with my blessing. No, we'll protect you. With your protection, we know we'll be safe. Thank you. That's right. I'm gonna get everyone through this. Let's recruit followers. He just looks cool, so I'm buying him. He again looks cool. Not a very good card, but whatever. Getting it. I like the shepherd. Let's see what they got at the market. What are we selling? We'll sell all our crap. What can we buy? Nothing good? Nothing good. Okay. We'll find food. I've done this one before. Oh, we're 2 scholar points off getting the thing. That sucks. Hidden in the late afternoon shade, we spotted the stronghold that completely blocked the path forward. As we inched closer, we saw what the fortress held. A beating heart of chained rustlers inside an iron cage, their every movement being carefully observed by cultists, who interpreted the meaning of every spasm. It didn't matter what strange contraption they held, what mattered was that they were in our way, and would never let us pass in peace. We ran forward and fired the first barrage of attacks. Hell yeah. And we're gonna drink some tea beforehand. No, not Parashu. Leave Parashu out of this. He's a father. Or a mother, I can't tell. One of them. Okay, I feel like we can do this. I'm gonna... That's right, you are blessed now. With the cultists routed, the rustlers were quiet. Triaki looked closely in the cage and prodded one of the rustlers, which tried to attack, was held back by its chains. They frowned and looked at me. What do we do with them? Destroy them. Cage machines mounted no resistance as we smashed them with rocks. At least we got some scrap metal for our trouble. Yeah, that's usually how that goes. After we made camp, a scout found an old shack nearby where we searched it, stumbled upon some valuables, badly hidden trash. One man's trash, another man's stash. And then we go to the camp. Our outriders spotted smoke in the distance. We arrived at a scene of carnage. A group of traders and their wagons had been attacked by hill tribe raiders, but managed to fend them off, albeit with heavy losses. They were in the middle of constructing a large pyre for at least a dozen bodies. Yeah, we can help them. We stopped for a while and helped them. Much of their food supplies had been destroyed with one of their wagons, so we gave them some of ours. In return, they traded us a decent piece of gear that they had no owner anymore. And we get some altruism points. And we get to heal. It's always good. It's in the cargo. Okay, yeah. Love this. The moons of Soma. Even the people in their pointy noses and silhouetted faces. It's an amazing game. Looks beautiful. Convoy's very cool. Alright, let's go to this freaking domed city, man. Oh, we're not even going to get there. A heavy metallic sound resonated, a bulkhead bolted shut, eyes widened with fear. From 100 different microphones and cameras, I could see the panic of a few as the crypt was locked, imprisoning them. I could feel the voices from the stars going quiet. So many stars, so many voices. Before the lights faded, it wasn't long before the voices inside went silent too. The visions faded. I found myself looking into the curious eyes of my followers. Ujesh spoke up first. What did the vision show you? Preach about the voices in the sky. Speak to the people locked inside. Keep this to yourself. I told them of the people that were trapped inside, the custodians and the caretakers of the crypt, now long dead. They'd been living and working there when it locked down. This place had been abandoned and untouched since the crash. This was not a story to light the mood, but it was the truth they needed to hear. Took some hope away. Good. Great. That's what we want to do. Just crush the hope. Our scouts reported that we were near a much larger structure than marked on our map. We drove our vehicles right up to it and gazed at a group of large, interconnected geodesic domes. There was breathtaking amount of plant life growing both around and inside the buildings. A seemingly sturdy tower stood in the middle of the complex. Can't rest here because it's not safe, but we can go exploring. We entered into the compound through one of the large dome's giant doors. The air was very humid and we had to hack our way through the sprawling undergrowth. Quite a few of these plants might be edible. Perhaps we can just harvest some food. Move on. No, we're not doing that. Maybe if we come back. We pushed through the undergrowth towards the central tower. Behind a door quickly opened with some force with a large chamber. The plants had claimed this place too, but in the far wall we could see an open elevator shaft leading up. Rajika pointed up to a corner of the room. Look, a shrine for the tender. Incense and food offerings were laid at the feet of a mural of the goddess. Take food from the altar, investigate the elevator, leave a small offering of food, leave a large offering of food. Yeah. Get some believing points is always good. We took some handfuls of our fresh food and water from our stores and placed them at the goddess's feet. Rajika led us in a short prayer. Investigate the elevator. The floors were labeled specimen analysis laboratory and other complicated names. The elevator shaft itself was black chasm leading straight up. At the very top, there was a hint of light that quickly vanished as we looked up. There were handholds here, worn and used, but no trace of people. The entire place looked rickety and dangerous. We're going up. The way up was tricky, but easier than we first assumed. What at first seemed to be rust and damage turned out to be just paint and scratches. So at one point, Dana was almost hit with a heavy stone trap designed to knock intruders back down the shaft. We reached a handhold halfway up the shaft where we could see light near the top. An elevator door was wedged open but stood covered with planks of wood to largely block light from reaching the chasm. We shoved the planks aside and entered another large chamber. Warm light flooded the room through tinted windows, and all kinds of furniture were rearranged to separate the room into smaller spaces. Bits and pieces of plants were strewn everywhere. Everything seemed cramped and haphazard, but there was a hint of movement. We mean you no harm. Advance. I'm going to advance. We pushed forward through this chamber where was another trap snapped shut. A weighty metal trap lying hidden beneath trash and leaves clamped down viciously on Chimtarara's leg. Leave, shouted a voice. We no want you. Press on. We pressed on, swarming the room. We spotted a few more of the improvised traps, while the chamber's secret denizens caught some of our party's unawares. Still, at the end, we had the inhabitants surrounded. They were a wild bunch, dirty and barely literate. They had no weapons beyond simple spears or knives, and thus were easy to round up. This is ours, you bad, you outsider. All outsiders bad. The few that did speak wouldn't say much more than that. Take their shit then. With the primitive clan bound and subdued, we took our time searching the floors of the tower they lived in. We found a number of useful items scattered around. No ours! You no take! One of them protested as we carried our spoils away. Some of our younger ones started crying at this point. We grabbed everything and the pitiful creatures weren't going to follow us, so we loosened their restraints and left them behind. We needed stuff. Yeah, we're harvesting these plants. And we miss a trap by pure luck. Let's go. Alright, I think we're going to end the recording there, but I'm going to keep streaming.